Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for another episode of Started from the Bottom. In yesterday's episode you guys would have seen us in double cup action, first of all against Tottenham in the FA Cup, followed up by our 2-1 victory against Norwich in the Carabao Cup Semi-Final first leg. So today's episode will be the second leg against Norwich. Let's see if we can get it done. Let's see if we can book another trip to Wembley. Let's jump into the video. So as I mentioned guys, last time out you would have seen us lose 3-1 to Tottenham in the FA Cup, followed by the 2-1 result against Norwich in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. Obviously this was the game at Twerton Park, so that was the most important one, really vital for us to get a result in that game. In between things then, we drew 0-0 with Charlton, as you can see here, rotated things a little bit, and Leon started the game and then was sent off in the 78th minute of the game. After that, we secured a big 3-0 victory against Newcastle at home. Goals in that game coming from Azevedo, Emmanuel and Marvin Burke, before scraping a 1-0 against Rotherham thanks to a goal in the first minute from Matthias Bilbao in a game where Marvin Burke also missed a penalty. So this is where we are for today's episode. We are ready to take on Norwich for the second time. Obviously we do have a lead already. It's going to be interesting to see how we get on in this away tie. So here is the match preview. Obviously we are 2-1 up, as I said. There are some championship games going on as well. Andre Mariner is the referee. As you can see guys, I've still not fully added in my face pack again, having switched to this new setup. We've got a really good result record against Norwich. Played them twice and we've beaten them twice. However, the big bit of news that I will say is that Christian Muzzo is away on international duty with the Argentina under-23s. Looks like they have the same thing with Marcos Antonio, the centre-back who is on loan from Manchester City. So it'll be interesting to see who deals with the loss of their South American star the most. So this is the team that I will be using today to try and secure our trip to Wembley. We've got Bailey in goal, Clark, Denham, Emmanuel Pizarros is playing because of a couple of injuries and suspensions, as you can see down there. I'll go through them in a second. We've got Swanson, Azevedo and O'Neill, Wellens, Musselwhite and Burke. So the main three up front still do stay the same. As you can see though, we've got injuries to Menji, DeMarco suspended, Wink is exhausted, Muzzo's on international duty as I already discussed, and Bilbao is suspended and Leon is suspended as well. So it's a tough time at the moment. As you can see, like old school players like Matthias Santana, Boy Kemper, Johnny Smith, some of these guys may have to be called upon should things not go our way in this tie. Obviously we do have the lead, so I am going to set up slightly more defensive. But we want to get that trip to Wembley, don't we? We really want to get that trip to Wembley. Okay then guys, so that is the pre-match stuff done. I've done my tunnel interview. Obviously I've said, you know, I got asked a question about Swanson playing on right midfield and it not really suiting him. As we all know, he's not going to be the main focus of this attack, but having a fullback playing right midfield is potentially good in the situation that we are in, considering we've already got the lead in this tie. As you can see, I've been talking, there's 30 minutes gone in this tie already and nothing has happened. I am happy for this to just end 0-0, to be perfectly honest. Really happy with how things are going. We're doing okay in the possession stakes. There we go, half time over as quick as that. Nothing really happening there. We've committed a lot of fouls. As you can see, Musselwhite, O'Neill and Swanson are all booked. 6 shots, 6 on target for Norwich, but none of those were actually shown to us, so I'm not too worried about those, to be perfectly honest. We've had 4 shots, 1 on target again. Obviously the game not deeming them good enough to be shown. I am going to passionately say we've got an aggregate lead. Let's hold on to it. I think that's the main thing to say anyway. Into the second half then, and the first highlight of the game in the 48th minute, and Norwich have the ball. Ooh, let off there, as that looked like Hernandez headed it wide. A real chance for Norwich there. Here come Premier League Norwich again. Enrique with the ball. Back to the centre-backs. Across to Foyth. We put the pressure on. Ball finds Jonathan David on this wing. Twists and turns. Cuts inside. Oh, that's a messy goal to concede. That's an interesting looking cross from Jonathan David as well, I must say. Stanislav Ivanov with the goal. So here's Jonathan David. Goes past one player here. Cuts across. Is that a cross? It's a good header from Ivanov to beat Beatty there. Disappointing, but the tie is still level. The tie is still level. I'm still going to stay on cautious. I don't really want us to lose this. Jonathan David's just gone off there as we've got a free kick. Azevedo swings it in, but Norwich clear and are able to break. Emmy bursting down this left-hand side. Player goes in for the challenge, misses it. Oh, Emmy hits the post. And it looks like we are able to clear the danger. Looks like they brought on Ahmed Musa. Free kick here. Emmy on the ball. Goes close, but goes over the top of the bar. I don't feel like I've got the depth to change this, really. The corner comes in from Emmy there. Emmanuel heads clear. Enrique swings it in. Musa's there. Good save by Beatty. Really good save low down from Beatty. We've been really disappointed in this game, to be perfectly honest. We've kind of been outgunned by Norwich. I'm going to let this highlight play out and then maybe look at making some changes because obviously I assume this goes to extra time. Ball out onto the left-hand side to Lewis. Goes past the defender, shoots, but Beatty is able to hold on. Let's make some changes. I should have looked at the rules before this game started, as I honestly have no idea what happens here. So let's swap a few things around. Let's bring in Luke Dreher. Slow and steady. He's also a good penalty taker. I don't know what Musselwhite's penalties are. 9. I know that Dreher's is better. So let's just make that one change for now. Mitch Clark not playing the best. I don't really have any options. Phil O'Neill here. What's his penalty taking? 8. I'm going to leave him on. I was looking at potentially bringing on Johnny Smith there, but not really offered a great deal. Yeah, so it goes straight to penalties. Okay, well, I'm glad I brought Luke Dreher on then. Yeah, so Burke, yes. Dreher, yes. Azevedo, Phil O'Neill, who's got good composure. Mitch Clark. Wellins can take number 5. Mitch Clark. Swanson. Okay, I've picked 7. Let's see what happens. We've got Burke stepping up first, which usually means he's going to miss. But he does slot. Kept his nerve. Hasn't really done anything all game. The man on loan from Bayern Munich. Oh, Cucho's missed, just like he did in the first leg. He has missed his penalty. That is a great save from Beatty. Here comes Luke Dreher, who fires home, giving us the 2-0 lead after 2 penalties. Norwich man steps up and scores. So we have the lead. It is in our hands. Azevedo stepping up then. And sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, making it 3-1. Pressure is all on Norwich here. Matthias Henrique. Big penalty for Norwich this. And he shoots and he scores past Beatty. 3-2. Up steps Phil O'Neill, who has his penalty saved. Ivanov with a chance to level things then. Does. Poor penalty. Beatty doesn't really cover himself in glory there. Wellins to give us the lead going into the 5th penalty taker. Ooh, keeper got close to that. So we do have the lead. The pressure is all on the Norwich man here. Who is going to be the man to take this for Norwich? Madriagora versus Beatty. Trip to Wembley on the line. Here we go then. He's left-footed and he scores. Okay. So we're 4-4. Upsets Mitch Clark, sixth penalty taker. Had a poor game, but scores the penalty nonetheless. Pressure remains on Norwich. Here comes Emmy, who hit the post in the game. The amount of time it takes for the players to run and move and take penalties is absolutely agonising. As Emmy steps up and Emmy puts it past Beatty, we are 5-5. Swanson's up for the penalty. Penalty number 7. And he scores as well. Pressure continues on Norwich. This is the thing now. These aren't natural penalty takers that we've got here. Zagri, the substitute for Norwich. He's in the penalty area. Bailey making him wait. Here comes Zagri. He scores as well. 6-6. New signing Emmanuel. Up he steps and he scores as well, the Brazilian. Nice penalty for a centre-back. Not the greatest of penalties in all honesty, but nice for a centre-back. And speaking of centre-backs, here comes Foyth to take the penalty for Norwich. And Beatty saved it. Come on, we are going to Wembley. Oh my God, we are going to Wembley. We were awful in this game. Norwich definitely deserved it on the space of this game. 17 shots for them, 9 on target as well. 58% possession as well. We didn't really deserve anything from that, but Bailey coming up big there with 2 penalties saved, saving from Hernandez and Foyth. Obviously O'Neill had his saved as well. But that is it, guys. We've done it. We are passionately, let me say, we're in the final. Congratulations. You all completely deserve it. I am delighted for you all. When the team talk there, everyone seems to be happy by that. So we have advanced. We are going to Wembley. I don't even know when the final's supposed to be. Let's have a look. So Bath triumph despite second leg hiccup. I don't know why they're calling it a hiccup, considering we're the team in the championship. I don't know why that's a hiccup. Like, you'd like to think that we've come up against it, you know. So Bath book Wembley Place. Yeah. When is the game? Carabao Cup final down there. Don't know who the opponents are going to be yet. Liverpool versus Man City is the other leg. Liverpool are currently leading that 1-0 thanks to a Mo Salah penalty. Phil Foden plays for Liverpool. What? What? Okay. And what? And Joe Gomez plays for Man City. What is going on in this world? Okay. Any other strange ones in here? No. Not that I'm seeing. Declan Rice at Man City as well. Haaland, obviously. Man City always buy Haaland in my saves. Upamecano. Okay, so either one of these teams that I end up facing, it's going to be a tough one. I'm going to advance a day just so that we can see who we will be facing in the final. And you guys will see me once I have that team determined. Okay then, guys, so this is it. We are ready to see who we are going to be playing in the Carabao Cup final. I still can't believe that we are going to the Carabao Cup final. The second leg between Manchester City and Liverpool is happening right now. I don't know who I'd rather face, to be honest. We will click continue. Okay, Championship. And Liverpool, it is going to be with a 2-0 win in this game and a 3-0 aggregate win. Goals from Fabinho and Mo Salah for Liverpool. So we will continue. Bath to play Liverpool in the final. Wembley to be game to be played at Wembley on Sunday, the 3rd of March. With the draw putting Liverpool's riches against Bath Bath's more modest budget, a bumper crowd is expected for what will undoubtedly be a fascinating and hard-fought tie. Looking forward to going to Wembley again. Our match against Ipswich has then been rearranged. So if we jump into the schedule, there it is. Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. I'm going to have to bring you back for that, aren't I? I will advance through these championship games throughout February, and I will see you for that Carabao Cup game against Liverpool. It's going to be a really interesting episode on Thursday, guys. I recommend setting a reminder on the channel. So if you haven't already, guys, please do subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell on the channel so you are notified when my latest videos go live. But for now, guys, take care, and I will see you on Thursday for this Carabao Cup final.